Hey guys, and welcome back to another NRL Fantasy Fanatics podcast. Here we'll be wrapping up round 13 in review, but just a quick couple of mentions for NRL Fantasy Fanatics. First of all, we got a new co-host that has joined the Fanatics team, and we're very excited to have him. Charlie Fraser, thanks for joining us, mate. What are your thoughts?
Mate, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to get the call up, and I'm ready to do some work. What can I say?
Yeah, we're very excited to have you on here, and you've done a great job for this so far this season. Ranked about 770 or
Yeah,
720.
a bit lower than that, mate. You're selling me short. I'm about 715th at the moment, so
Sorry, mate.
yeah, come on. Anyway,
Anyway, so we've put together a blog that you can all watch on Blogspot, or not watch, read on Blogspot. We'll be posting it every round with a round wrap up and a buy, hold, sell, and we'd all like for you just to watch that and give it all the love you can have. But let's go on here. So, Eels versus Sharks. The Eels, they had a big win. I thought they would. And Will Penasini, he's an absolute gun when he plays alongside Mitch Moses. And yeah, he just looked really good out there. Are you interested in him now at 538k, or are you just letting Will go through to the keeper?
thing with Will, he's had a rubbish year so far up to this score, which means he's lost about, He's lost 50k since the start of the year, which means he's pretty cheap for his quality. Like what he showed last year, if he can replicate that, he's going to be a gun. So
Yeah,
if you need that cheaper mid center, like I don't see why not. But Eels have a good buy schedule, so
yeah, and I do think that there is better centers over him, and I would personally put a couple of them over him, like Garrick, Carraz, but they're the top guns, so I'd probably put him for his price range at 540k as probably close to the number one option with Moses back.
yeah.
But I'm not very interested in Junior Paulo. Got that try, looked pretty good, but yeah, I don't think there's much here. So Mitch Moses, a good return game by him. Still had 18 negatives. And do you think this 57 is good signs for Mitchell with how he played too?
Yeah, yeah, good signs for Moses. Good return. And like you said, 18 negatives, which if he doesn't get that, that takes him to what, 75, which is an absolutely cracking score. So
Yeah,
if he can tighten up on the defensive end, he'll be dynamite.
and I
That's what I
think
reckon.
they just rely so much on Mitchell. Like he's going to do
Yeah,
all the kicking and he tackles well. He's good goal kicker too.
yeah.
Going down, you see Bryce Cartwright kind of come back to a bit of form, but I wouldn't really be looking at him with the news of Ryan Madison and his head knocks. Who knows? Could take minutes off Cartwright.
Mm.
So I think it's just too risky for me, and he hasn't really been relevant this season.
Yeah, I agree.
Going down, Will Kennedy, same with Cartwright. Good score, but not really relevant.
Yeah.
He is
As you
so...
can see, the bloke's averaging 27 this year, which is a shocking. So I
Yeah,
feel like it's just a once in a blue moon occasion for him this year. He hasn't been on this form.
yeah, I agree. So Brandon Hands, are you interested in him? 18.7 average, and he's just scored a
Yeah,
55.
he's 270k. The bloke 55, and with what's his name, Joey Lussick out of the picture for now. If you need a hooker cover for Harry Grant or Brayley when he's out in round 16, I don't see why not. The bloke,
Yeah,
he's a workhorse. He makes
well,
tackles. He doesn't miss too many.
Hands has a buy around 16 also.
Oh, well, anyway.
But yeah, I think Hands is a pretty good option, but I just don't think this is sustainable 55 for him. Maybe anywhere around the 40s, but he still makes you money.
Yeah, you take a 40 from him.
Personally, at the cheap price tag of Kelma Tuolungi, if Ryan Madison isn't around the team, it's an interesting option, but it's very risky, and I personally wouldn't be going there.
Yeah.
But someone I am interested in going towards, 548k for Blake Brayley is an absolute snag. He just put
Yeah.
together 51, hasn't been playing his best. Are you interested in Blake at all for around 19 hooker?
I have not looked at Blake Brayley currently. I've got his brother, so two Brayleys in one team. That's spicy. That is interesting. But
That is
I
very
mean, when it
spicy.
comes to round 19, we'll have to assess the options. But for now, I'm just staying away from him.
Yeah, very high scoring game this.
Mm.
You see Atkinson, I just think when Hines is there, he's probably one you don't play, but when Hines isn't there, he's one you do play. Up 185k, and yeah, he looks to be over Braden Trindle.
Yeah.
So Dillbags Brown, putting together 50. That try saved him a lot.
Yeah,
I do think,
I am a Dylan Brown owner, and I was a bit shaky up until he ran through, scored about 20 points from that one try. So happy
yeah,
days at my end.
I do think with Moses being back, it does kind of let his running game evolve a bit more, and that's what he's really better at. Like, he's a very
Mm,
good football runner of the football, and
yeah.
I do think he is definitely a hold. But his cash could be used from round 19 to go to a big gun.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, but yeah, definitely a hold for now. Sione Katoa and Ronaldo Mulatalo, not really looking at them. Don't buy wingers is pretty much the rule in fantasy. Teague Wilton put together a 47. Yeah, he's pretty good, Teague. 615k. You're getting Teague at pretty much a discount, but I don't think it's very, like, it's not really, he's never really been fantasy relevant.
There's Brenton Nickera. He's been in a run of tough form at the moment, averaging about 30 in his last 3 weeks. So as an owner of him, he's obviously not a trade, but he's not looking good. So we just pray that he comes good.
Yeah, and what about Thomas Hazelton? He hasn't been putting out his best numbers either.
Yeah, I'm also a Tommy Hazelton owner, and he's scored about 3 tries, and when he does, he gets that 45 to 50. But when he doesn't, it's he proves he only scores about 30 to 35. So it's just if he scores a try, he goes bang. That's the thing with Tommy.
Yeah, so but Tom's definitely a hold right now. You agree?
Yeah, you there's you shouldn't really be trading the players who are currently playing. I'd be putting out the fires like Origin players just to field a full 17 for round 14 if you can. But
Yeah,
that's my take.
and I do agree that Eero with that 43 is definitely a hold. Just all in
Yeah,
base right now. Uh,
not really anything else there down there, is it?
Now Clint Gutherson, his return was really good for the Eels, but I just don't think he's a buy. He gets through a lot of work, but just don't have the attacking stats there.
Yeah, I agree.
And just a quick one, did you hear about Bailey Simonson playing
I
through
did.
a partial ACL tear for the last 6 weeks?
Well, I don't know what's going to happen with him. He's probably made it worse, to be honest. So,
Yeah. Do you think that sees maybe Blaze Talangi into the centres and Sean Russell into the wing?
yeah, I could see that. I'd love Blaze Talungi owners. I'd love him to play fullback, but with Gutherson back, he's probably going to settle for the centres.
Yeah. Could move Guffer to the centres would be unreal. But going on the Dogs with a cricket score on the night, 32
Yeah.
third, 32 to 2. Jacob Preston up 31k, and he was our buy of the week. He was
Mm.
unreal. Scoring a double with a try, save, a turnover, tackle, and just 37 tackles. Great base there of 48. And Jacob is just that player that gets the try assist along with hard tackling. And do you think Jacob again is a must-have this week?
Um, I wouldn't say must have, but he's very close to a must have. Doggies,
Yeah.
what do they miss? 15, 19,
Yeah,
16,
15 and 19 they
Yeah,
missed.
15 and 19, which they play 16, the major, and they miss 19. But, mate, Preston, he's showing what he can do like he did last year. And even though he scored 2 tries, without him, he's still scoring in that 60 mark. So I
Yeah, he
think,
was just everywhere.
and he's cheap as well for how good he is. So if you need an edge, he's your man.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. And then I was like tossing up. I was thinking of bringing another pod. Almost bought an Adam Elliott, but
yeah.
I didn't. And do you think that Elliott is a buy, or is this just an outlier game from Elliott, and he'll go back to some of his 40s?
I I've been thinking about it. I just can't make my mind up. Like he is a good. I feel like he is a good pot option, but 75 points from 61 minutes. The bloke's not going to do that every day. So I feel
Yeah,
like he's
true.
going to go back to his 40s from 60 or 45. In that case, he's probably not the best pod you can get. So
Yeah, and then going down, Kai Pearce-Paul. I think he is definitely a hold, but you wouldn't be looking to buy him.
I was
Uh,
looking at him last week because Knights do have a good run of fixtures coming in, but you know what? You could still buy him, but for that price, I'd just go Jacob Preston over him.
yeah, I agree. You go down, Reed Marnie. I'm not really big on Reed. It takes him 3 tries just to get the 53 with the 7 missed
Mm,
tackles. It's just
yeah.
yuck. And
Mm,
the free penalty, that's 20 in negatives. Like, I think you'd put a Damien Cook, a Jacob Little before him.
yeah.
Yeah.
moving on.
Josh Curran, he's an interesting option, but I don't think it's just too many dogs for me
Too many dogs
personally.
mids. There's so many of them.
Yeah, I know. And
Like Sammy Hughes, poor bloke, not getting enough minutes.
Dane
Anyway,
Gagai is a good buy, but I wouldn't be looking to buy him though.
yeah, agree.
Max King though, I'm looking to buy him. He has been killing it.
Hmm.
47 and 47 minutes. Is it sustainable? And are you still looking to buy Max up 50k now for the season?
Um, it might be a bit late for Max for me personally, but for in general, you can still definitely buy Max. He's a PPM beast. Like you give him 50 minutes, he's scoring 50 plus every week with nothing asked. So I'd still be looking to buy Max if you need a cheaper mid.
Yeah, definitely agree there. Max is an unreal gun.
Mm.
Yeah, Jaden Bradley he's a sell, but I'm not really looking to buy him right now. Made his
Yeah.
money, 577k. Doesn't play 80 minutes. Going down. Drew Hutchinson should have done this when we owned him, but that's all good. Tyson Frizzell put together 40, not interested at all. Playing for the middle rotation, not playing 80 minutes. Don't buy him. But Dylan Lucas, 778k, put together 37, his lowest score of the season. Is Dylan Lucas a buy? I brought him last week. They got a
Yeah.
gun buy schedule. What are your thoughts?
Um, last week I know I was looking at him, and I'm glad I didn't get him because he got 37, which means his break even will skyrocket. But again, that edge spot around that 600k mark, there's only one man. It's Jacob Preston. So I wouldn't be looking at Lucas or Kai Pierce-Paul for that matter. I'd just go straight to Preston, honestly.
Yeah, or Keon Kalong on Matangi.
Yeah, we'll get to him later.
Greg Marzou, I wouldn't be looking to buy him. 10 tackle busts and still only putting out a 35.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
much else down here. Jacob Carraz, hopefully he moves back to the wing. He
Mm.
just doesn't look the best in the centres. Runs hard, but doesn't really get those attacking stats and doesn't make enough tackles to be a gun in the centres. Um,
David
Salmon
Armstrong.
moves. Yeah,
Well,
David
going to
Armstrong.
David.
He,
I personally, I'm not worried because I know what he can do. And when he does it, he's getting that 60 points. So I'm not too worried about it.
I mean, he has made 259k for owners and is almost 500k.
Exactly.
So
So you
yeah,
can't sell the bloke.
yeah, you can't sell them at all. And then going down, you see Salmon putting together a 22, moving to the centres. He was pretty good out there. 9 missed tackles though. I think he's
Mm.
definitely a sell now with that dual position.
Yeah. Same with Hughes, to be honest.
Yeah, he
I
just
mean,
didn't get the minutes.
if you got other fires to put out, then I guess you got to put them out. But Hughes is looking to get 14 to 20 minutes every match now,
Yeah, I think
with
so.
Curran doing most of the work in the middle. So he's a sell.
Yeah. Going on the Dragons, they upset the Penrith Panthers here. And
Love
there was a
that.
few interesting plays in this game.
Big
A
Ray
lot of high
Ray.
scoring here.
Raymond Fatala Mariner, 96. Now that is ridiculous.
I mean, we know what he can do when he gets to start an edge spot, but it's not retainable. You got Jaden Stewart coming back, who's playing some of his best footy. Luciano Leilua, Tom Eisenhuth. Like, I just don't think you can go near Raymond at all.
Yeah, it's definitely a shot in the dark there, mate. That is an absolute outlier if I've ever seen one. The bloke's averaging 38 with a 96. So
Yeah,
I'd steer well clear of Raymond. And
agreed.
to be honest, I'd steer clear of any Dragons player besides Jacob Whittle and Jesse Marshke, to be honest.
And Jack DeBellin,
Maybe a Jack
personally.
DeBellin as well.
Yeah.
I got him in my team, so
Then going down, you see Liam Henry, just not sustainable. Like, you get
mm,
Liam Martin back, Scott Sorensen back to some of his best form. I think he just goes back to the bench. It was the week to buy him last week before that 70k price rise and doesn't play 16 or 19. So I just think, yeah, don't buy Liam.
yeah.
But James Fisher Harris, we had some guy in the Fanatics group chat, Will Garati. He actually brought James Fisher Harris this week for a 68 and 72 minutes. He got captaincy but again, they don't play 16 or 19, and they were missing Yo out there. So I don't really think his minutes are sustainable at that 72.
Yeah.
Jesse Marshke, yeah, I actually know the guy. He's cousin to one of my good mates, and yeah, he put together an unreal score. I don't think Jesse's a buy just because Ben Hunt will come straight back in, and Kyle Flanagan's been doing a job, but he's good player.
There's not much to talk about there. Maybe a Paul Alamotti. He's looking pretty good at the moment.
Yeah,
After his rubbish season last year, he's actually getting a good role at the at Penrith. So I don't mind Paul, to be honest. He's a decent buy.
yeah, Paul Alamo's unreal. I was very close to buying him, but I just don't see the appeal that he doesn't play 16 and 19. Like, I
Yeah.
think it is a waste of a buy in this period, personally.
Mm.
But it's also the argument of if you don't buy him now, you're buying him 600k.
Yeah. Okay.
Jack DeBellin, yeah, 53. You're not too annoyed with that. He looked good. Just the minutes again a worry. If he plays 80 minutes, he'll be an absolute gun.
Mm.
Scott Sorensen, we thought he would do this. 52. Not bad, but wouldn't be looking to buy him. And my man Jacob Little, 31k price rise, 52. Played the 80 minutes. The 5 missed tackles is somewhat of a worry, but I think Jacob put together 52 and he's been pretty good this last month for footy. So, yeah, Jacob is a good round 19 hooker, but doesn't play round 16. So, I would not be looking to buy him right now.
Yeah,
Going
not
down,
too much there really. The
yeah,
rest are pretty self-explanatory.
Jack Cole, 9 missed tackles. Yeah, I wouldn't be looking to buy him. With Luciano Leilua, I'm very interested in him when he gets a bit cheaper. If he does get a bit cheaper and can hold an edge spot for round 19.
Mm.
Isaac Tungo, that's one I'm very interested in. 498k for Isaac Tungo.
He is
It's an
so
absolute
cheap.
snag. He's not
Yeah,
playing well at all, though.
that's the thing. You can't really buy him just based off how poorly he's playing. But we all know what he can do. So if you're willing to take the gamble, I back that, to be honest.
Yeah, but he does average 41.2, which puts him up about like at 600 odd k. So he will get back up to there, I reckon. So you see the
Yeah.
Dolphins versus the Raiders. The Raiders get
What a
the win.
game.
It was a great game.
Cracking game. Joey Tarpany, 94 points. That is ridiculous. From 62 minutes, the bloke 51 tackles with 1 miss. That is phenomenal work from Joey.
Oh yeah, Joe
And
Tarpany, he was unreal.
yeah, 216 meters gained. Yeah, bloke's a freak. So if you have him, you're laughing.
3 offloads. I mean, there was a couple of people that brought him in. I know Sam Holding, Toby Kennedy, but yeah, I think that Joe Tarpany is definitely close to a buy. But with the round 14 buy, you're not buying him this week at all.
Yeah.
So you and Aiken, God, it's tough not having him. When he got that offload try assist, it was just like my worst nightmare. I was like, this
Yeah.
guy's gonna go crazy. And he did everything in this game. I do believe that Ewan Aiken is close to a must-have, but 800k for Ewan Aiken is a bit too much for me personally.
Yeah. As a Ewan Aitken owner and a Ewan Aitken captain, mate, I was laughing. He's a freak. From the Warriors to the Dolphins, he's a freak. So, same with Jeremy Marshall King. I don't have Jeremy, but 78 minutes, scoring a try, 48 tackles with 2 misses. He's if you need a hooker, he's your man. Playing 16 and 19.
Yeah, we all know what Jeremy can do. Like he's been an absolute gun, and they got the bye this week though. So,
Yeah,
Aria Mariota, yeah, I wouldn't be going near him at all.
yeah,
Ryan
neither.
Outley's pod, but nah.
Moving
So
on.
KO Weeks, the money man, 319k,
Yeah, Jesus, getting near
68 points.
600k for KO Weeks.
I never thought this would happen, to be honest with you.
Yeah, mate, he,
But
he was in everyone's team at the start of it in preseason, and now he's proven.
he's
Jeez.
just scoring tries galore, and I
Yeah,
think he's definitely a hold until Fogarty comes there, hoping he can find a way to get up to 700k, and you pivot him to like a Daily Cherry Evans mid-season. But yeah, I think
exactly.
he's definitely a hold. And who would have thought that Elliot Whitehead would have come out with a 50 average?
Yeah, Elliot Body Whitehead,
I mean,
65 points, 44 tackles with 3 misses. Sorry.
yeah,
Just
I still wouldn't be
few
looking at
attacking
him.
stats, but a lot of defensive base. And look, he's looking pretty good, Elliot. So don't mind it.
Yeah, I still wouldn't be looking at him though. Just too risky for me knowing Elliot Whitehead.
Yeah,
But the man I brought and I got called crazy for it, Max Plath. I mean, everyone's got him now. Got an unreal buy schedule. 77 minutes for 59. He's pretty good, isn't he?
hey mate. Well, I had the pleasure of watching him at Suncorp, and God, he is an absolute machine.
Let's just
He
quickly
got
talk about
getting the 77 minutes. There is no reason why he can't score 65 plus. that he is a beast. So if you still somehow don't have him, come on, get him in your team.
Yeah, I agree. And let's talk about this other guy we were watching down at Suncorp, Marky Nichols.
Mark Nichols, he's proven us wrong. We were shit talking him, and Marky Nichols, he just provides for his team, averaging
Yeah,
that 43 mark. He gets 50 minutes, 35 tackles. The bloke, he is a workhorse. I am afraid to admit it. Mark Nichols is a workhorse.
yeah, he's actually somewhat close to a bringing just with the 16 and 19 buys, and that being pretty short on middles. I don't think I'll
True.
have the guts to do it, but
No,
it's not a
me neither.
terrible option.
Yeah.
Uh, Ethan Strange put together 44. Do you think Ethan is a sell now on around 14 buy? Already banking you 209k.
Look, he could be, to be honest, on the buy. Yeah, he's probably peaked in price, Ethan. He's not. I don't think he's going to make too much more. He was. It was handy that he got the 8 extra minutes to score about 4 or 5 extra points, but I don't think he's going to do too much. So if you can sell him, and you should, I reckon.
Yeah, but if you need him for around 16 center, he definitely a hold.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
just think about a plan. Jordan Rapana, I won't be looking to buy him.
Mm,
Not much else down here. Trey Fuller kind of fell back to grace, but still, if he played that 88 minutes, he was
yeah,
probably still finding a way to get a 55.
and yeah, it's not much else to talk about though.
Yeah, Connolly Lemuelu, not really a buy now.
Yeah.
Jermaine Osako kind of fallen back to grace a bit from last year's stuff, but yeah, wouldn't be buying him at all. Are you looking at Jermaine either?
No, I'm steering way clear from Jermaine Saka. He's had a shocker of the season for his
Yeah.
standards.
Problem is, they're such a good buy schedule team, and everyone's trying to buy him because of that. But I mean, so the Cowboys they upset the Dolphins, 18
Yeah,
16.
my Cowboys. Bloody hell, I was jumping for joy. Upset at Allianz. Love it.
Oh, it was
Anyway,
unreal. And
mate, it's ridiculous.
the one thing that really upset me though, I see a Sam Walker short ball to Terrell May to score a try. It's just
Hell bloody May. Jesus.
up 49k now. We knew he could do this, but I didn't think he'd do this personally.
I can't believe he's gotten 75 minutes. That is
Uh,
ridiculous.
I
Like,
know,
how does
but
he not need a break?
I don't
Oh
think it's
my God.
sustainable. Just with Lindsay Collins and JWH was out for this most of this game, but yeah, I don't think it's very sustainable for him. And personally, you'd hold him, but I would not be looking to buy him now.
Yeah, neither. Just,
And on the other hand, Scott Drinkwater, 10 tackle bust. He did everything again. When he scored that try, it was like,
mm,
oh, but
that was a,
Scott
that was a beauty.
he's definitely close to a buy, but they don't play 16 or 19, so I'm a
Yeah.
bit off the Cowboys right now, most of their options. But Scott should be a season-long keeper. Finay Fuiaki, we were afraid he was one of the edges we're going to do this, and Finay, I wouldn't be looking to buy him again. Don't play 16 or 19, and Nana will be back very soon from Origin. Sam Walker, he's been unreal.
Yeah.
638k.
Yeah, he's been
Putting together,
good. He's
putting together 49. Are you interested in Sam at all?
I feel like Sam Walker was a great option about 3 weeks ago. Maybe
Yeah, I
not
agree.
anymore, but look, trying to think of other halves if you need a half, but Sam Walker, he's a pretty good one. 638k, I don't mind it, to be honest.
Yeah, either. Oh yeah, nah. Nat Butcher 58.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go there because he could get dropped again. Like we saw it last week, and he's coming back in. Luke Keary 49. Wouldn't be interested in him at all.
Yeah.
Dom Young putting together a 46.
Yeah, like that from Dong Young. He's been so consistent as a winger. Averaging 45 as a winger is pretty impressive. Running 188 meters is lovely and scoring a try. So Dom Young, same thing with him about 3 or 4 weeks ago. If you bought him, he's been averaging heaps for you. So wouldn't be looking at him now, but if you had him, you'd laugh him.
Yeah, you'd be loving life. And then Joey Manu, you would have expected him to go a lot bigger at fullback, but it was not his game. 12
No.
negatives and just not really getting a try or anything. Could have scored that try out of dummy half, and he probably would have gone to a 60, and you would have been somewhat happy. But
Yeah.
yeah, I still think he's a season-long keeper in the centres.
Looking down
Now,
there, there's not that much to talk about, really. I don't think
Nafu
anyone
Wise,
owns anyone down there.
he is an interesting option, but I just think you see it kind of fall back to Grace and yeah, Brandon Smith,
If you still own Brandon
410k.
Smith, like, oh my goodness. Like, how much reason do you need to sell the bike? He is
I mean,
absolute rubbish.
he got 62 minutes and put out a 24 with 8 missed tackles.
Yeah.
And I do think that some people are looking at Brandon just because he plays around 16 of the dual position, but I just don't see it. I would go Sam Verrills over Brandon Smith for that price point. And not much else down here. You see Thomas McKaylee put together 15, played a 16-minute stint, and yeah, that's about it. But so we see here Edric Lee's fan page.
That's
Hook us for
me.
your team here, mate. It looked really it did unreal.
Yeah, had a good week. 730 points with Ewan Aitken as the captain. DeBell and Plath in the mix there as well, with Dylan Brown luckily scoring that try. And KO Weeks and Scotty Drinkwater just doing absolute bits for me. And you can see Tommy Hazelton and Nickera. My two Sharkies boys haven't been providing, but I'll just hold them and hope they come through. So, yeah.
It looks like a pretty good team out there. I mean, you got a lot of guns in there. You're missing still with Hines, Galvin, Hopgood, Cotter.
Yeah.
What are your plans on Sean Bloor? Are you looking to sell him at all, maybe to a Jacob Preston with the money in the bank?
No, look, I need some of these Origin boys to back up for me. That'd be unreal.
Yeah.
But Sean Bloor, no, I'm just gonna slot him into that edge spot while Ewan Aitken's on the bye. And I might sell him in a few weeks' time, but not now. And same with Falungo, I'll just slot him in wing fullback for KO Weeks. And might have to start Sam Hughes because I've got 16 trades, but I would like to limit them as much as possible just going further. So,
Well, I think you see the like you're missing the 4 players next week, along with Ben Tiakura, so you need to at least make 1 or 2 to get a good 17. And who knows? I don't know if Hines will back up. So maybe 2 to 3 this week. But yeah, I think you're in a good position so far, and yeah, you should really look to hopefully push into that top 100.
Yeah, that's the goal. So see if I can do it in the next few weeks.
And then you see, just for my set team, I put together a respectable score of 630. Puts me at 2,544, which isn't terrible. Goal is for me to make the top 1,000. I mean, I've struggled a bit, but I mean, Jacob Little has done me a job at hooker, and I'm really happy with him. Along with that middle of Jack DeBell and Max King and Max Plath, I think that they're all very good players. Jacob Preston, I was very happy with him. And Dylan Lucas, I was a bit disappointed with him, but I see him bouncing back. Ethan Strange putting together 44, and Mitch Moses putting together 114 as captain. I'm very happy with those two. And then, yeah, you see, I only played with 11 with the late ruling out of Tedesco and
Teddy
Blaise
killed
Delaney.
you, mate. Teddy
not
killed
playing.
you.
Yeah.
As he did with a lot of managers, Teddy absolutely killed people. So
yeah, I know. I've had Teddy for about 6 rounds now, so I'm not too disappointed with him.
Yeah.
I'll be looking to keep KO Weeks for as long as I can, and Jacob Kiraz, he's been my player all year, up to 700k now. Wow. But the one that really hurts for me is that interchange 4 spot. I brought Ryan Madison in 4 weeks ago. He hasn't played a game for me yet.
Yeah, that's why I avoided Madison, mate. I did the same thing last year, brought in Ryan Madison, 2 weeks, or maybe even 1. He got injured and didn't play, and I had to sell him. So I'm never buying Madison again. There's no
real reason why he's out either. I will hold if listed this week, just because of the dual position. It poses so much versatility, and Madison is a gun when he gets the minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not much else here. I think Isaiah Yeo will be a very good addition to my side. He is unreal, probably the most consistent player in fantasy.
Are you looking at David Fifita?
Personally, I think I'm going to go against David Fifita this week.
Yeah, okay. I'm just scared that he gets that Origin call up if someone gets injured, like a Teddy scenario.
Yeah, I feel like he could do. And for me, it's just I look at David Fifita's stats compared to Jacob Little and like Jacob Preston and the other edges, like they make 30, 40 tackles a game. David Feeder's sitting there making 15 tackles. And I don't really want to play on the Titans that relies on attacking stats to score to average 64.7. Like, we know what he can do, but I just think if the Titans play bad or he comes up against a gun edge, he might not score those attacking stats.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, fair enough.
And then I'm pretty happy with Ruben Garrick. Sil Falunga will be in my team for as long as he's staying there for. And then Galvin, Twall, and Grant, they'll all stay there. Very happy with Alex Twall, personally. Putting together 52 and a 64. If I do say so myself, it was a pretty good buy.
Yeah. You're doing well with Alex Twall. He was a great pod. And you're a bit lucky he scored another meat pie, but still, he does work.
He still gets about a 55 without that meat pie. Like, he didn't make a line break or anything.
Exactly. Anyway.
Yeah. But I think that's pretty much it. Got anything else to mention or talk about?
Not particularly. I was actually looking at Adam Fanua-Blake. Do you have any word on him? Is he back this week or is he still out for a while?
I think Adam Fanua-Blake is back with a 56.6 average.
Yeah.
There's no real indicator whether he's back or not. Like, they haven't said if it'll be a 1 week thing or not, but I do think that all the Warriors players come into contention now. I was talking to my brother about this, and they're just a different team when they have AFB, Charnze Klukstad, Johnson, and Tohu back, and they're all due back around this week.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a dilemma in my team, so I could go between Ethan Strange to Jerome Hughes or Shaun Johnson. Which one would you go with, considering they both have the same bye schedule?
Or what you said? Ethan Strange, Jerome Hughes, and Shaun Johnson.
Yeah, Ethan Strange to Jerome Hughes or Shaun Johnson.
Oh, right. I'd honestly go Jerome Hughes in all seriousness. The bloke, he is very accurate in that 50 to 60 mark. And I feel like with Shaun Johnson, you're either getting 80 or 70 or you're getting about 30 or 40. And he's a bit more inconsistent, but Jerome will bang out that 50 to 60 every week, so I'd go Jerome.
Jerome is about 100K cheaper.
Yeah, another positive.
And there's one more argument I got. So I'm looking at Keon Kalonga-Matangi this week. I just think he's kind of come back, scored that 100. And I'm also looking between him and Eli Katoa. What are your thoughts there? Who would you go with? I just think Keon plays 16 and 19.
Yeah. Look, I'd still go Eli Katoa over Keon. Right. Keon's been getting 30s to 40s until he scored that 100. Mate, that is, I don't know what you're thinking there, but like,
even he could be an option. Break even?
He's got a low break even, but that's because of his 100. I feel like he'll just continue to get those 30 to 40s and he'll just go back to the price he was. Whereas Eli Katoa, what's he averaging, like 52, maybe 53? The bloke, he's a beast. And he has that threat of a try more than Keon does, so I'd go Eli Katoa.
Yeah, but I do agree. I do think I will go Eli Katoa just with the unknown risks of Keon. But the reason I'm leaning towards Keon right now is just because of Jacob Preston being out in round 19. I set that edge spot up with Keon, bringing him in for 16 and 19 as Katoa doesn't play 19. But yeah, we'll jump a few numbers and see what I can do.
Yep.
Yeah, but anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah.
We'll be on the next one with
Blindside.
Blindside, and we're actually very excited for this one. You know,
I'm pumped up. Can't wait for it. So tune into that one, boys.
Yeah, it'll be great. Some insight, but yeah, thank you very much.
All right, see you, boys. See ya.